Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Ajnanatamidandasya Jnanajanashalakya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swaminati Namne Namacharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayani Gaurkata Damdaya Nagrugram Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminati Namne Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharne Nirvisesh Sunyavadi Paschat Deshtarne Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Ashad Etagata Ashvasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So we are on the we did 39. And Arjuna is feeling so ecstatic to see that his friend is so great. You know, it's like, see, suppose he never thought of Krishna as God, he thought of him as his friend. And suddenly you see that your friend is showing all great things about himself. Then you feel very, proud and very happy. So like that, he's feeling very excited to think that he only thought of Krishna as his friend. And then he thought, my God, what is all this? Everyone, the whole universe is inside him. And so that's why, text 40. Namaha purastad ata prishtaste namostu te sarvata eva sarva ananta viryamita vikramastvam sarvam samapnosi tatosi sarva. Obeisances to you from the front, from behind, from all sides. You can see how excited he is. I think we did Asmachatenana Tvam Adi Deva. We have to do 38, right? We have to do 37 and we did 37. Now we have to do 38.
Mataji, Ananta means immortal, right?
No, Ananta means limitless. Anta means limit. I mean, end. And Ananta means limitless.
Okay, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
So we did till transcendental to
Mataji, is your volume is low?
No. You can't hear me?
Yes, Mataji. Maybe I might be feeling like that. Whether everybody is getting low.
It's fine now, Mataji.
It's fine, huh?
It's fine.
Yes,
Otherwise,
Mataji.
Sorry.
Okay. So we did till transcendental to this material manifestation, which is from text 37. And now he's saying, Tvamadi Deva Purusha Puranas Tvam Asya Vishwasya Param Nidanam Vittasi Vedyam Cha Param Cha Dhama Tvaya Tatam Vishwam Ananta Rupa. You are the original personality of Godhead, the oldest, the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, and you're all that is knowable. You are the supreme refuge above the material mode, so limitless form. This whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. We can see that clearly now, how all the material things is just resting on Krishna. We cannot see, right? We think that this material world is separate from Krishna, and so our faith is not so strong. How Krishna will control this and that, we'll have doubts whether really Krishna's world, I can't even see him, and then this material world seems so real. That's our problem. So here Krishna is showing how everything is situated in his form, is everywhere. Everything is resting on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he is the ultimate rest. Nidhanam means that everything, even the Brahman effulgence, rests on the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. He is the knower of everything that is happening in this world. And if knowledge has any end, he is the end of all knowledge. Therefore, he is the known and the knowable. He is the object of knowledge because he is all-pervading. Because he's the cause in the spiritual world, he's transcendental. He's also the chief personality in the transcendental world. So that is what he's realizing everything about him. The oldest, the sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. That's a big thing, because he never thought of Krishna like that. And now Krishna is showing in his Vishwarupa how material things are also situated in him. He's the knower of everything. You're all that is knowable, because everything is in him. If you know Krishna, then you know everything. It's like, nowadays everybody is just so much dependent on Google. If you have Google with you, you have a mobile with you, you feel very happy. Everything, it's like you only know everything, right? Because you just Google watch everything, we download from there. Like that, Krishna knows everything. And if you know Krishna, everything, whatever we require to know, Krishna will show us. He's the supreme refuge above the three modes. Imagine what a great relief this is, isn't it? Supreme refuge at all times. We're not able to see him because we're not connected with him through spiritual energy. And that's where chanting helps. Then we know, yes, his name is Krishna. And we can just call out to him and he's there. He's listening. And, he knows everything. All we have to do is calm our mind and pray to him. And he'll reveal everything and he'll protect us. And always above the three modes. The three modes are disturbing us so much, and we react in so many ways, either tamoguna, rajoguna, sattva-guna. And so Krishna is above the three modes, and that's why we are not able to see him or understand him. But he is there. So Arjuna, that's why Arjuna is so excited. Just imagine if you were to see Krishna and Krishna shows you this Vishwarupa. See, I am standing here and everything. How excited you will be, isn't it? Oh my God, everything is resting. Whatever, all the people are also in him. Everything is in him. Then he's all that is knowable. If you know Krishna, he's all pervading and everything is in him. Oh my God, it's like having the whole world in your mobile. So we feel connected, right? Everyone, they can't live without the mobile, because really, I'm myself included. If I'm going out, the first thing I notice is, do I have my mobile with me? That's my life. Everything is in that mobile. So like that, Krishna, everything is in Krishna. And we chant Hare Krishna mantra. That's it. You're connected to the whole universe through Krishna. Because then the third, that's 738. 39. Vayur Yamo Agnir Varuna Shashanka Prajapatisvam Prapitamahascha Namo Namaste Stu Sahasra Kritva Punascha Bhuyopi Namo Namaste. So here, so he's saying, you are air and you are the supreme controller. You are fire, you are water, and you are the moon. You are Brahma, the first living creature, and you are the great grandfather. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times, and yet again. Just see how very excited he is. He's just too excited. And because he's made a big discovery that all the people are all inside his body. That means he is all of them. He's everything. All of us are also in his body. So in one sense, we are also part of Krishna. And so we are Krishna. Krishna, you can say, is everything. All of us are in him. So when he sees that, it's mind blowing for him. And so he's so excited. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times, and yet again. Namaha Purastad. No, the Lord is addressed here as air, because the air is the most important representation of all the demigods, being all pervasive. Vayu Bhagavan is everywhere. And Arjuna also addresses Krishna as a great grandfather, because he's the father of Brahma, the first living creature in the universe. So Brahma is the grandfather, because everybody has come from Brahma. So whoever, and then the father of Brahma is Krishna, and so he's the great grandfather. Namaha Purastat Ata Prataste Namostute Sarvata Eva Sarva Ananta Viryamita Vikramastvam Sarvam Samapnosi Tatosi Sarva. obeisances to you from the front, from behind, from all sides. O unbounded power, you are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading and thus you are everything. Out of loving ecstasy for Krishna, his friend, Arjuna is offering his respects from all sides. We normally don't do offer obeisances from every side, only from the front. But now he thinks everywhere is Krishna. So from every side, I want to give obeisances. And he's so excited because his friend is so great. He's accepting that he's the master of all potencies and all prowess, far superior to all the great warriors assembled in the battlefield. It is said in Vishnu Purana, Yoyam Tavagato Deva Samipam Devata Gana Satvam Eva Jagat Srishta Yata Sarvagato Bhavan. Whoever comes before you, be he a demigod, is created by you, O Supreme Personality of Godhead. And so now you can see, he's totally bewildered because he thought of Krishna as in a totally different way. He was only thinking, and he used to joke with him. He never thought of him as God because they used to sit together, play together, sleep together, go out and spend time together like friends. Just how much mind-blowing it must be. That, oh, this person, I was doing all this, such a great person, and I was just joking with him, teasing him. Sometimes, because Arjuna was in Kuru dynasty, he was in Hastinapura, and they were ruling the whole world, whereas Krishna was only in Dwaraka. He was only in charge of Dwaraka, so sometimes he used to tease him like that. And now, my God, he is the original person. He's all of creation belongs to him. So then Arjuna becomes, very scared. Oh, what have I done? He was feeling so bad. And thinking of you as my friend, text 41 to 42, thinking of you as my friend, I have rashly addressed you, O Krishna, O Yadava, O my friend, not knowing your glories. Please forgive whatever I have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times, jesting as we relaxed, lay on the same bed. Imagine, you see the Vishwarupa and you think, oh, this person I lay down with or sat and ate together, sometimes alone and sometimes in front of many friends. Oh, he was jesting. He was joking with him. So, so infallible one, please excuse me for all those offenses. So this is why Krishna hides his offenses from his devotees. In Vrindavan, nobody even thinks Krishna is God, because if you know how great he is, then you can't be close to him and go put your arms around him and climb on his shoulders and, joke with him. You can't do all that. And Krishna wants that intimacy, so he hides. And now, although Krishna is manifested before Arjuna in his universal form, Arjuna remembers his friendly relationship with Krishna and is therefore asking pardon and requesting Krishna to excuse him for the many informal gestures which arise out of friendship. He is admitting that formerly he did not know that Krishna could assume such a universal form, although Krishna explained it as his intimate friend. Arjuna did not know how many times he may have dishonored Krishna by addressing him, oh my friend, oh Krishna, oh Yadava, etc. So Yadava, there the Yadu dynasty is just limited to Dwaraka. So he was dishonoring Krishna by calling him, you're only a Yadava, whereas he's Kuru and he's ruling over the whole earth. So sometimes out of teasing him, dishonored him without acknowledging his opulence. But Krishna is so kind and merciful that in spite of such opulence, he played with Arjuna as a friend. That is his greatness. That Krishna, who everything is within him, he's everything and he's the most worshipable. We are all tiny, tiny parts of him. And he agrees to be like just a friend, hiding all his opulence and just, wanting to interact as an intimate friend, sometimes chastised by his friends. Sometimes the friends used to tease him and bully him and defeat him in games and punish him, all kinds of things, and eat from their tiffin boxes, what all Krishna did. Such is the transcendental loving reciprocation between the devotee and the Lord. The relationship between the living entity and Krishna is fixed eternally. It cannot be forgotten. As we can see from the behavior of Arjuna, although Arjuna has seen the opulence in the universal form, he cannot forget his friendly relationship with Krishna. So, after seeing this, after seeing Arjuna's reaction, then we can understand that we are also like Arjuna. We have a close relationship with Krishna. And we are not seeing the universal form, but we are seeing the universe disconnected from Krishna. And we have many times just insulted Krishna, but by doubting him, not even having faith in him, not even caring for him. We have done all more insults. Arjuna, out of love, he feels, oh, I've dishonored you. And we have dishonored very badly Krishna. And so we should feel even worse. Oh, Krishna, you're so great. And I never knew. And I happily thought I'm the center of my everything, everything for me. I never cared for you. So he's begging for his mercy to tolerate this impudence, like a father, friend, or wife tolerates. So please excuse me for all those offenses. And then he says again, you are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation of the moving and non-moving. You are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is equal to, wait, you are its worshipable chief, the supreme spiritual master. No one is equal to you, nor can anyone be one with you. How then could there be anyone greater than you within the three worlds, O Lord of immeasurable power? So Arjuna is very happy but afraid of the universal form, cannot reciprocate with loving service, right? And so that is why he's saying all this. I mean, he's glorifying him and understanding that nobody is greater than him. He is the supreme spiritual master for everyone. The supreme personality of Godhead is worshipable as a father is worshipable for his son. He is the spiritual master because he originally gave. So that's why he's saying, you're the father of this complete cosmic manifestation of the moving and non-moving. Right? That's why we say, oh, my father, oh, my Lord. Right? He is the father, original father. And the fathers that we have in the material world are representatives of Krishna because they're supposed to do the job of Krishna, of maintaining us. And he entrusts it to the material father. And that is why Krishna says that you should respect the father because he's a representative of Krishna. But Krishna is the original father. Yeah. Therefore, is the and any bona fide spiritual master at the present moment must be a descendant in the line of disciplic succession stemming from Krishna. Without being a representative of Krishna, one cannot become a teacher or spiritual master of transcendental subject matter because only if you understand Krishna, you can say anything which is of any use. Otherwise, it's all nonsense. It's under the three modes, Maya. The Lord is being paid obeisances in all respects. He is of immeasurable greatness. No one can be greater than the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, because no one is equal to or higher than Krishna within any manifestation, spiritual or material. Everyone is below him. No one can excel him. This is stated in the Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Na tasya karyam karanam cha vidyate, na tat samas chabhyadikascha drishyate. The Supreme Lord Krishna has senses and a body like the ordinary man. But for him, there is no difference between his senses, his body, his mind, and himself. Everything is just one. For us, there's a distinction. We have the body, we have the mind, we have the intelligence, and we have the soul. Foolish persons Foolish persons who do not perfectly know him say that Krishna is different from his soul, mind, heart, and everything else. Krishna is absolute. Therefore, his activities and potencies are supreme. It is also stated that although he does not have senses like ours, He can perform all sensory activities. Therefore, his senses are neither imperfect nor limited. So it is not that Krishna does not have senses. Just we have senses, we can taste, we can smell, and we can touch. Why can't Krishna, who's created these senses for us, how can he be without senses? But those are transcendental senses. And the amazing thing is, every part of his body can do the activities of all other parts. So with his eyes, he can also eat. With his eyes, he can touch. With his or with his hands, he can eat like that. The whole body is complete. One unit can do everything and anything. There is not that separate organs are fixed. Eyes can only see, and hands can only do some work. Not like that. Krishna just thinks it should be done, and it is done. So he's not like us. The Supreme Lord Krishna has senses and a body like the ordinary man, but for him there is no difference between his senses, his body, his mind, and himself. Foolish persons who do not perfectly know him say that Krishna is different from his soul, mind, heart, and everything else. Krishna is absolute. Therefore, his activities and potencies are supreme. He's also stated that although he does not have senses like ours, he can perform all sensory activities. Therefore, his senses are neither imperfect nor limited. No one can be greater than him. No one can be equal to him, and everyone is lower than him. The knowledge, strength, and activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead are transcendental. As stated in the Bhagavad Gita 4.9, Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo vetti tatvata tyaktva devam punarjanma na iti mam iti so Arjuna. Whoever knows Krishna's transcendental body, activities, and perfection, after quitting his body, returns to him and doesn't come back again to this miserable world. So if we just recognize and understand that he is divya or transcendental beyond, in his birth also, he just appears just like that. He's not like us having to force to take enter a mother's thing through the father's impregnation. Not like that. He's just on his own. I mean, he's spiritual, and all his pastimes also. Then we are fit candidate. If we can just understand that he's transcendental, then we can this thing we are fit to go back to him. Therefore, one should know that Krishna's activities are different from others. The best policy is to follow the principles of Krishna. That will make one perfect. It is also stated that there is no one who is a master of Krishna. Everyone is his servant. Chaitanya Charitamrita confirms, Ekali Ishvara Krishna are sab bhritya. Only Krishna is God, and everyone else is his servant. Everyone is complying with his order. There is no one who can deny his order. Everyone is acting according to his direction, being under his superintendence. As stated in the Brahma Samhita, he is the cause of all causes. So if we are in Maya and we defy, then he makes Maya control us. So he's the controller. Directly controlling is for the devotees. Because we voluntarily say, Krishna, whatever you do, please, I'm fully surrendered to you. Then for the pure devotee, Krishna controls every sense of his. So that is why a pure devotee is perfect, because Krishna is controlling his senses, mind, everything. But for the conditioned soul who's not surrendered to Krishna, then he puts Maya in charge. Okay, you control. So ultimately, he's the cause of all causes. Everything is acting according to his direction, being under his superintendence. So that's why it should not be disturbed. Everything is being controlled by Krishna. Okay, we are under a little Maya, because of that, karma is acting on us. But if we take shelter of Krishna, then he will control the Maya, and we will be under his direct control. So that's the best way. The more we know about Krishna, the more we'll want to take shelter of him. And see, all kinds of then he says, text 44, you are the Supreme Lord to be worshipped by every living being. Can you all hear me, or am I too faint? You can hear now?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Krishna is very endearing. He is cute. So you can. You are the Supreme Lord to be worshipped by every living being. Thus, I fall down to offer you my respectful obeisances and ask your mercy. As a father tolerates the impudence of his son, a friend the impertinence of a friend, or a wife the familiarity of a partner, please tolerate the wrongs I may have done to you. Krishna's devotees relate to Krishna in various relationships. One might treat Krishna as a son, or one might treat Krishna as a husband, as a friend, or as a master. Krishna and Arjuna are related in friendship. As a father tolerates, or the husband or master tolerates, so Krishna tolerates. He has been tolerating us now for how many lifetimes? We've defied Krishna. We didn't want to know him. We didn't want to serve him. And Krishna is tolerating and somehow, taking us, purifying little by little. And now he has brought us to his lotus feet. So how much tolerance he must have had. And that's why. So Arjuna is also requesting that as as a father tolerates, husband tolerates, you also please tolerate all the wrongs I may have done to you. After seeing the universal form, which I've never seen before, I'm gladdened, but at the same time, my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead, O Lord of Lords, O abode of the universe. And actually, devotees don't like to see this universal form. They never worship this. It's only for materialistic people just to develop faith, who everything is in Krishna. Then they think that, okay, Krishna is a person. Otherwise,